Yo, what's up everyone? Tanabata information finally dropped. The stream actually happened earlier today, though for me it started at 4 in the morning, so I just couldn't watch it, I just decided to sleep through it. But thankfully, we are able to see the stream right now. I have not seen the stream, I have not seen the unit, I have not seen any part of Twitter whatsoever. I made a deliberate effort not to see Minato and Garesh and whoever is doing translations and posts and all that sort of stuff, so I made as many precautions as I can to not spoil myself here. But we're gonna go ahead and go through the whole kind of stream. I'll skip parts where it's like maybe a bit kind of like useless information or just kind of mentioning general things. But obviously the main thing we want to look at here first and foremost is who the unit is, what the whole thing is going to be about with them. And then once we look at the stream and once it's all done and whatnot, then we'll go ahead. I'll try to find some other kind of links with the whole Twitter and everything, see how the kit breakdown looks and all this sort of stuff. But let's go ahead, just start with the stream. And actually let me make sure to turn down the audio slightly, just to not blow anyone's ears out, especially my own. And let's go ahead and get in the stream to see what happens. Actually, I forgot I had my YouTube videos are set up to two times speed, so I can speed through things. But all right, so we got the stream. I don't want to talk over Omatsu, but at the same time, you know, I mean, I'm excited to see what we got here. 6/28, June 28 is when the Tanabata thing is going to start going, when it starts being live, I guess, in the game. We already kind of knew that information, so nothing too crazy, but we did know there were a couple things they were going to talk about. They're going to talk about the campaign like we're seeing here. I guess they had a new mechanic and also an EZA that was going to happen. So, okay, so typical kind of campaign information. Nothing too crazy, I guess. And yeah, the typical kind of ticket stuff and whatnot for like the free Baba shop. Some nice Tanabata tickets. Tanabata celebration is going to be... It's always an exciting moment. I'm just curious to see who they have, because for me personally, I put it on Twitter like a couple days prior to the stream being up. I wanted Namek GOKU, and I'm of the opinion that Namek GOKU should be happening, right? Because, I mean, the Purunga thing, but I honestly don't know. I saw some other people speculate that it might be UI Goku. I was like, UI Goku doesn't really make sense because we just got the EZA for MUI and STR UI Goku during the 9th anniversary. So I honestly don't know. But I mean, the Whis and Vados thing maybe is like an indicator. I hope not, because I really want Namek GOKU, guys. Like the Nameku EZAs and stuff. The Namek Saga, it really needs help. I really want Namek Saga to eat well right now. Alright, Amatsu, I need you to speed up here, buddy. I need you to kind of go into all the fun stuff. Okay, it's gonna be... Oh my god, it's UI Goku. I don't know how to feel, because like UI Goku's so badass, but like Namek Saga, oh man, I want a Namek Saga. Okay. So this is the Supreme Battle Spectacle stage. So basically new stages for the Blue Zone, which is going to be interesting based on what it looks like. These are probably going to be hard events too, because these are the banner units, I guess, or what if, like the units that kind of headline the event, I guess. So they're supposed to be the hardest ones, right? I think right now is Beast Gohan and Gogeta right now. So yeah, yeah, Tournament of Power. Okay, so I mean, it's got to be UI Goku, right? Because Tanabata, you usually want a very hype unit. Last few times we've seen Vegeta and Trunks, not necessarily crazy hype, but still a great unit. We saw when Vegeta and Trunks, they had their father-son Gallic Gun. Are we gonna see the character right now? Hold on, let me... I mean, we saw other great characters too, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and stuff, so I'm curious to see what we got. Okay, are we gonna see the character right now? It's Tournament Power theme, I think. I mean, we already kind of understood that. I love these setups. I'm not gonna lie. These setups are making me kind of jealous right now, because like these guys, they have... Look at the sizing of it. They got all the... Oh man, this looks fire already. I mean, it's just looking at old animations, but still. You got 17 in there. Super Saiyan... Oh, they really brought up the Vegeta and Tobo there. I'm kind of interested by that. Oh, it's UI Goku, let's go! I want Namek Saga, but UI Goku's so sick! Yo, look at the art, the wisp of air around him. Is that how you say wisp? Yo, is that the art? Yo, that's sick! Oh my god. I mean, that's just the intro, right? And then the art, so... I mean, we still have so much to look at. Because it's an LR, right? So it's going to have a 12 key and 18 key, probably some other stuff too, right? Like a LR, or like a active. Yo, this OST... Damn. I don't have a face cam, right? Obviously, you guys know I don't have face cam, but I'm like almost tearing up just because of the OST. Okay, I like the OST. Oh my god. So that's the 12 key. Bro is boxing. He's throwing hands. Look at the effects. This intro is kind of nice, actually. I'm messing with it. This is the 18K, I guess. Ooh. Bro readjusted the neck like he a chiropractor. Ooh, the kick is fire. I mean, bro, I know I'm saying I want Namek Saga, but the way I'm talking right now, the way I'm sounding, I'm a UI Goku fan right now. This is lit. Okay, so I guess they're like just, is it just like a UI Goku by itself, like a Omen UI? The art is crazy, by the way. That's the LR out. It's crazy. Alright, so I'm not a perfect reader of Japanese, so I'm not going to try to do all that sort of stuff, but I will redo it after we look at the like Minato's translation stuff. But I do see a couple things. First off, he is tech type, so that's crazy. He does have a domain actually as well. And then we do see the attack, super attack effect. He's like it greatly raises attack and defense. But for the leader, so it looks like Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, and I think that's Entrusted Will. And he leads 3 categories for the 170 and 3 other categories for the 30%, so that's crazy. 18 key, 12 key. The 12 key is a melee super, so it's worth mentioning, I guess, for the Kid Buu fight, like the Red Zone Kid Buu stage, you can't use his 12 key, but his 18 key is perfectly fine, so there is that. But yeah, we'll look at the, we'll look at his translations, I guess, after the whole kind of stream is done. Is he boosting his attack? It can't be boosting his own attack by extra 30%. Is that, because this is like an extra boost on top of that, I think. That might be, is that like an ally thing, or is that himself only? I'm not sure how that's panning out. Alright, the passive, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those things where like Omatsu's talking right now, like the words are right in front of me, but I'm brain dead right now just because I can't read this stuff. I can't translate it too well, but we're seeing a lot of stat boosts, of course, attack and defense boosts. Looks like a lot of key, I guess, if I can read it correctly. Maybe some other things. I mean, he's gonna be a nice unit. Tanabata units have to be really good, just based on expectation, right? You know, the past 2 Tanabata units we got, you know, 8th year we had Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we had 7th year for Vegeta and Trunks, we had 6th year was the Gogeta, so they have to kind of cook with these type of units. I'm sure they will. It looks like he does have, because he does have the injury, right? It looks like it's maybe requiring a Universe Survival Saga kind of unit. I hope it's not like Super Saiyan 3 Golden Week Goku, where like, well, Super Saiyan 3 Golden Week Goku's intro is really easy, but what I mean to say is I hope it's not a situation where you need a bunch of Universe Survival Saga allies. I want a bit of diversity in my teams. Is this like an act? I think this is the active, right? Is there more? I mean, there's active, right? Yo, ooh, these are fire. I love the aura. UI's aura is just so sick. Yo, wait, I forgot about it. He goes into MUI through this. This is the part where he turns MUI in the anime. Oh my god, he's MUI now. He's mastered Ultra Instinct. Look at that art. That's like the Gogeta art from 6th year Tanabata. Oh, he counters melee supers? Ooh! Oh, he's clean. Look at this face. His pose is immaculate. Bro is posing like he's one of the guys, like on the magazines and type shit. Yo, this is sick. And the air punch too. I love the air punch. Ooh, he's rapid firing them, throwing the haymakers on Jiren. Yo, ooh, the post. This looks, I think this is 1x because like some of the frames look kind of wonky, but at the same time, look at that. Oh my god, this is so sick. The way it kind of like pulls out for the Kamehameha. Yo, oh my god, the KO. The KO screen from the, oh my god. I don't care anymore. I want Namek Saga. I'm sorry. Fuck Namek Saga. This is where it is right now. This is sick as hell. I don't think they could have animated this. I don't know if they could have animated Namek Saga as well as they've animated this. This is fire. I need to calm down here. I'm going, like, my mind is going crazy right now. So he has, this is, I guess, the active to get him to UI Goku. Is it the same thing like then Broly, where like he transforms and activates a domain? Because he does have the domain effect right here. I'm not sure. I mean, well, again, this is all stuff I'll figure out when we read his passive and all his kit and stuff. But I kind of want to speculate right now because my brain is just going crazy right now. Alright, so this is MUI Goku now. Okay, so it looks like he greatly raises attack and defense. 12 key is a melee, so same thing kind of like designed with his Omen self. And the 18 key is just a regular kind of super, so that's really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. The stats, look, oh my god, the stats are... The stats are going to look really nice. And then a 59% boost to attack and defense on the 18 key there. So I guess that's... I think it's the same thing maybe with the Omen one, whereas maybe it's for the allies or something. 300% just straight up already, just on that first line. And then, I mean, he's got other attack boosts, it looks like. And right there's attack boost there. HP conditions here and there maybe laced through. Yeah, he's looking good. And I wonder, I mean, UI Gokus are always designed to dodge. How is this unit going to work in terms of dodge mechanics? Because the AGL MUI, you know, he increases his dodge chance within the turn for every attack he's already dodged, and he already starts off with a great chance to dodge already. So is this going to be the same thing? Are they going to kind of work it differently? Like, I'm curious, how are they going to use the dodge mechanics? That's gonna be very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, the way the video has been going so far, like the pacing that they're doing, I don't know if I'm even gonna cut out anything from this part of the reaction whatsoever, because this is crazy right now. This is actually insane, guys. Like, comment down below how excited you guys are for UI Goku. You guys have probably already known who the character is by the time I'm recording this vid, let alone by the time I post it. But let me know, are you guys excited for UI Goku? Global Fairs, I know you guys are going to be focused on the 9th anniversary right now, and I'll talk about that in relation to this once we get done with it. With the reaction, I should say. But yeah, JP players, are you guys excited for UI Goku? I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking hype right now. There's the domain right there. So looks like, first off, the domain looks sick, because I know if they work in that aura, right, for like at the bottom of the image, right, the aura, if they work that in, that's gonna look beautiful. But okay, so it looks like typical stat boost, and it looks like he also probably focuses on the Realm of Gods kind of focus there. You see the Realm of Gods categories mentioned at the bottom there, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see what they do with here. Okay, so this looks like an interesting kind of thing here. So I did see some people talk about this image earlier, and I think the idea was that this was supposed to be the idea of like a guaranteed hit or something. I'm not sure how that would work, but you know, recently a lot of people have been speculating the idea that with new challenges or with new difficult events, that they're going to try to work mechanics to disable things like guard and damage reduction and dodge. And I think we already have certain units or certain events that already do that. But yeah, I mean, is this kind of like working into that where like it's the same thing, like you're guaranteed to hit a unit regardless of dodge or something, and like vice versa with like the second part? Like, I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure they'll probably introduce more into it as we get into Tanabata and stuff, but man, I'm trying to keep calm too right now, but you guys heard me right there when I was just looking at the animations. That was fire. Okay, I think we still have an EZA to talk about, so I'm curious, now that we know it's Tournament of Power theme, I mean, there's a couple EZAs they could work on. I'm curious who they do, but I would hope it's LR Jiren, because I'm not gonna lie, Jiren is the one unit that I would say needs the EZA the most. Oh, it's one of the, it's like, I think the only LR that I don't have, or one of the few LRs I don't have from the Universe Survival Saga. It's the LR Universe 7. Wow, that's actually interesting. I wonder, okay, so are we going to get, let me first look at this. Well, again, we'll look at the translations. I have not seen this unit in a while, just because he's been dated and all this sort of stuff, but wow, he's getting an EZA. That's gonna be very exciting. That's gonna be very, very exciting. I mean, you see there he's got some attack and defensive boosts there. It doesn't look like he stacks his defense or nothing, so I'm curious how that's gonna work. he doesn't have any kind of defensive push in his kit, maybe, I think. At least his supers. It looks like you want Universe 7 units with him. Again, we'll look at the kit, but Universe 7 allies for him, that's kind of just... I think that's the same thing as he was designed to begin with. It's been a minute since I've looked at his kit, because again, I don't have him, so I don't find a reason to use him. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy. I wonder, does that mean, are we going to get the EZA for LR17 and Frieza very soon as well? Because that's the other unit that came out, I think, with this unit, right? Both of them were Part 2 LRs for the 6th anniversary, if I remember correctly. So... at least I think I remember that being the situation. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of crazy if we get the Golden Frieza and 17 EZA too, the physical LR one. That'd be kind of fire, I'm not going to lie. But I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of want LR Jiren. Like you guys agree with me, right? Like, LR Jiren is the worst LR from the Universe Survival Saga right now. He needs the EZA so badly. So, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I think... I mean, this is part 1 of the Tanabata, right? There are 2 parts to the Tanabata celebration. There's the Dokkan Festival LR. And then we also have the Carnival LR that comes like part 2 of that. So, like, last year it was Omega Shenron. The year prior to that, we didn't have Carnival LRs at the time, but it was just a yellow coin Fusions Zamasu. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Is there anything else to talk about? I mean, the unfortunate closed captions are not available, so I can't translate any of that store stuff. That part, I understand. Thank you, Omatsu. This is a banger. Oh my god, my spirits are like... oh my god, my energy is like all over the place right now because of how hype this is. Okay, so I think that's the end of the stream. Yeah. There's the end of the stream. So what we're going to do real quick. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick kind of break, a bit of a cut here. I'm going to go ahead and set up some of the other kind of Twitter setups here for like the kit breakdowns and stuff. And then I'll cut back in. We'll look at the animations, or not the animations rather, but the kit breakdowns, all this sort of stuff, and just see how the units look in paper. So let's go ahead and take a quick cut, and we'll go ahead and check that out. Okay, guys, sorry to have to do that cut there, but we're back now, and we got the kits now set up here, so I did manage to kind of just set everything up. So we do got Goresh and Minato for the translations for the new units, and the EZA for the LR Android 17 and the Universe 7 unit, and also I do have a Dokkan info page just to kind of talk about the banner concept and potential and all that sort of stuff. But let's go ahead just first look at the units, right? So actually we do have 2 units here. We do have the new, of course, Dokkan Festival LR UI GOKU, but then also there's apparently a banner unit dispo, which makes sense. I mean, there's banner units and stuff like that. So what I'll do is actually I'll have the dispo here pulled up. We look at Dispo, of course, and then from there, we'll just kind of go into it. So a Dispo, an STR type unit, right? You know, so when we go ahead and just kind of see his thing here, a leader skill, accelerated battle, key +3, HP attack, and defense 130%. Kind of typical side banner stuff, nothing too crazy there. Circle Flash raises defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage and raises attack for 11 turns. The 11 turn thing is kind of crazy because I'm not gonna lie, depending on the setups and stuff, maybe his damage can go really bonkers here. Prioritization of speed, his passive, attack and defense 150% at the start of turn, so that's really kind of straightforward there. Gain an additional 150% boost to those stats when performing a super attack, so that's kind of a typical thing there. After you perform the super, gain an additional defense plus 150% until you receive an attack during the turn. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how that is meant to be explained. I mean, that's just basically you're getting 300% in, like, post-super, you get 300% to the defense, and then once you receive the first attack, it goes back to 150. No, I guess that's the way to describe it. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work otherwise. But anyway, so perform an additional attack here that has a great chance to become a super. That's nice. Perform an additional attack on top of that has a great chance to become a super if there is another Universe 11 category ally attacking in the same turn, or if all allies in the same turn are tournament participant category characters. Right now, tournament participants is eating really good. Obviously, you know, from the 9th anniversary, you have MUI, you have Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, you have Evoken, you have STRUI, there's also the Dokkan Festival Topo, there's LR Rebrand if you try to throw her into it. There's a lot of different kind of units, even some sub-EZAs for the tournament participants kind of stuff, like Int Topo with his sub-EZA. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this is really too hard to kind of achieve here. High chance to evade enemy attacks just in general, so I believe high chance that's 50%. So yeah, not too bad. Obviously, dispose of fast characters, so that kind of makes sense. Gain a chance to perform a critical hit plus 11% every time this character performs a super, and gain an 11% chance to evade enemy attacks during the turn. So, gain a chance to... Okay, so he will be able to boost his crit hit chance by 11%, and he will gain an 11% chance boost to his evasion chance during the turn, I guess. both based on the condition of every single time he does his super, right? So, you know, if you get him to work with tournament participant units, get him to kind of get going just 55%, right? No dupes or nothing. You start off with one super, then you perform this additional, which has a great chance to super, so that's number 2. And then potentially there's a number 3 right here if you have those kind of conditions met. So 3 supers right there, 33% chance to dodge within the turn on top of the 50% chance. That's not too bad. And then I guess if you have a dupe and that works out too, the dupe system stuff, then you can get a 4th super. That makes like 44%, right? So 44%, that's 94% chance to dodge if my math is right. So yeah, this unit could be kind of fun. This unit could be pretty interesting. I am a bit worried that he is still a dodge or die kind of unit, even though he basically is getting like 300% to his stats, maybe 450 as far as the defense is concerned. But yeah, I mean, with no damage reduction and all this sort of stuff, I do think he still probably falls into the quote-unquote dodge or die kind of style. But yeah, he looks pretty good, you know, typical kind of links and stuff. Categories though, Accelerated Battle, Universe Survival Saga, Special Pose. Actually, that's something worth mentioning. Special Pose got a lot of glow up during the whole kind of month of April for JP, so that's gonna be really awesome there. Universe 11 as well could use more units that are really good. Space Traveling Warriors, which actually is another one that's actually kind of nice too. Defender of Justice and Tournament Participants. So kind of a typical kind of layout of categories, I guess, but you know, the ones that really kind of catch my attention, right? Special Pose, because it was already gotten a bit of a boost again. Universe 11, because it's kind of a sucky category with some decent units that if they all can kind of work together, then maybe that's something. Space Traveling Warriors also kind of catches my attention as well. So those 3 in particular really kind of catch my eye. And then, of course, you know, Universe Survival Saga, Tournament Participants, they're the typical kind of stuff there. So, you know, kind of set up there, pretty nice, you know, nothing too crazy. But let's go ahead and look at the main, you know, piece of the puzzle, the main piece of the pie, I guess, whatever you want to call it. The main unit, of course, for the part 1 of Tanabata, Ultra Instinct Goku. So, again, we do see his kind of setup here. He's going to start off in his Omen form. I guess this is just mainly meant to focus, like, during his last fight with Jiren, right? So when he finally got his, like, 3rd go at UI Omen, then he will go and transform eventually into Master Ultra Instinct. And I'm not gonna lie, the aura, the whole kind of flow and everything, it is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who designed the art for MUI Goku, but they are a Namek fan, because look at these shoulders. These shoulders are Namek Saga shoulders. This guy's shoulders are as big as his head, and that is insane. But okay, so we'll go ahead and look at the kit. So leader skill, right? I have to zoom in kind of here. Leader skill, Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, and Entrusted Will category, Ki +3, HP tag, and defense 170%. I said that earlier when I looked at the stream itself, because I could kind of recognize those categories. Plus an additional 30% for characters who are also in the Universe 7 representative category, the Accelerated Battle category, or the Powerful Comeback category. So, you know, 3 categories for the 170, 3 categories for the 30%. He's got a lot of options maybe for working kind of units into his kind of thing there. So I really do like that. The intro animation, so, you know, showing all the different kind of different characters and whatnot, just kind of showing their support to Goku and all that stuff, and trusting their will, of course, into him, which makes sense, of course, then with the entrusted will there. So typical kind of thing there. We'll look at the intro, how it works, but super attack effects. So the 12-key Unpolished Instinct, that's kind of a hard name, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. But raises attack for 1 turn, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage, and raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. So what we saw there, those were kind of a boost to the allies there. The 18-key Kamehameha greatly raises attack for 1 turn and raises defense for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal damage and raises allies' defense by 30% for 1 turn. So, slight gripe, I wish the 18-key was a combination of greatly raising attack and greatly raising defense. I mean, more defensive stacking boost, I'm all here for that, but still, you know, the fact that he is able to kind of boost himself on both sides of the coin there, and, you know, he's boosting his allies as well with their defense and attack, I do like that so far. Passive, the True Last Chance, activates the intro animation when there is at least 1 other Universe Survival Saga category ally on the team, and when the intro is activated, gain Ki +4, an attack and defense 77% boost for 7 turns, and an additional attack and defense plus 77% for 4 turns. So, intro animation, really easy to do. You know, just take 1 other Universe Survival Saga ally. Basically, that means you take the LR MUI Goku, take the STR UI Goku, for example, take Evo Ken, take Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, you know, maybe take the Dispo with Cyber and Dispo, take any of those kind of units. Hell, even take the LR Android 17 who's getting his EZA. They will all just help him trigger the intro, so that's going to be really easy, really accessible. And as far as what it does, you know, I really do like it, you know, boosting the stats, basically, you know, 77% there for 7 turns, plus the additional there for 4 turns. I really do like that, so that's going to be pretty easy, pretty straightforward there. ki +7, and attack and defense 200% at the start of turn. So flat out boost, pretty solid so far. Great chance to evade enemy's attack. So that's just kind of a flat out, straightforward thing. So that's what, 70% chance to dodge, or I guess that's 77%, I think. Anyway, so really good chance to dodge right there. Great chance to perform a critical hit as well. So already got critical hits and dodge baked into the kit. And, you know, bear in mind, Goku is a tech unit. So far as the 55% kind of setup is, for the dupe system, completely free to play, he will have the ability to get a boost to his crit already. So great chance to perform a crit. I'm okay with that. Reduces damage received by 15% and reduces damage received by an additional 35% until receiving an attack. That's kind of interesting. So basically the combination, 15% there, plus 35, so that's 50% damage reduction just starting off. And then until he takes a hit, he retains that 50%, and once he takes the hit, then he loses this 35, going back down to 15%. So I'm not sure how I kind of feel about that. It's not the end of the world because he does have the chance to dodge, right? So, you know, as long as he's able to dodge, then you're fine here until he takes the hit. But I could see a world where, I don't know, for me, I feel like there is this potential situation where just say you are completely, like, unlucky in terms of, like, the whole dodge kind of thing, then maybe UI Goku could suffer a bit. But at the same time, you know, the fact that he has the great chance to dodge plus the damage reduction, I think he's going to be okay. And I actually do like how he's kind of designed so far. After receiving an attack, though, Guard is activated against all attacks during the turn. Oh. Okay, you know what? Never mind. He's fine. He is perfectly fine. Basically, he has a great chance to dodge in general. He has an insane amount of damage reduction until he receives the first attack. And then once he receives that attack, he loses a damage reduction and he gets guard in place of that. And then he's guarding all attacks. So that's, yeah, he's fine. Perform an additional super after evading an enemy's attack during the turn. So guaranteed super, that's nice because again, that raises his attack and greatly raises his defense. And of course also supports the allies. So all kind of nice things there. Perform an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super as the second or third slot unit in the turn. That's kind of interesting because we don't see any sort of requirement for him to be the first slot unit. So that kind of makes me wonder, I mean, do you just put him in second, third slot? I guess the only thing is, no, okay, so the thing is he does have a requirement to be in the first slot. But the way for him to be in the first slot is so he can dodge enemies' attack, and that will allow him to get the guaranteed additional super guaranteed, right? So that's kind of the trade-off, I guess, is either you have him in the first slot, so he dodges and then gets a super attack, which is guaranteed, or you put him in the second or third slot, in which case he will not get a chance to dodge beforehand, but he will just have an additional with a great chance to become a super. So I guess that's how they're kind of working it. But I don't know, I feel like this Goku is a first slot unit. And at the same time, I mean, to be fair, he can work in any slot, but I feel like you would want to use him in the first slot. That's like the best kind of opportunity for him to really kind of get himself going, right? I don't know. Active skill, though. So Awakening, just simply put, able to be used starting from the 5th turn from first appearance. So the first appearance thing, kind of annoying, I guess. Not the worst thing in the world. Basically, what that means is, like, if you get UI Goku turn 1, then 5 turns onward, right? So in turn 6, you will get the active for him, right? But say Goku is on the 7th slot, right? Say you see him first during turn 3, then you have to wait another 5 turns, so that basically makes it till turn 8 before you can get him into his Master Ultra Instinct form, it seems like. So not the worst thing, but it can be, I guess, kind of frustrating depending on how lucky your rotations are to start the fight. But as far as the ability, right? So he awakens, goes into MUI, and he activates his domain, Shining World of Void. That's a dope name too. And all superclass allies gain Ki +4 for 3 turns. So kind of simple kind of boost there. Far as though domain is concerned, superclass allies and enemies get a boost to their attack and defense by 15%, and it disables enemy evasion canceling effects. And attack plus 15% for allies who also belong to the Realm of Gods category. So that's interesting, but there are a couple things I really want to kind of emphasize here. So typical kind of boost there, right? But what we're noticing, there is no sort of setup here that hurts his allies. When we look at Broly's, right? Broly's does hurt superclass allies, and that's the thing. Yes, he is boosting superclass allies and enemies, but he's not hurting extreme class allies or, like, you know, that sort of thing. Like, he's not harming teammates potentially in other setups just based on, like, the virtue of them being put with him. So that's actually, I appreciate that. Disables enemy evasion canceling. So this thing, I guess, focuses on the mechanic that we saw from the stream. So we saw what looked like, I guess, a guaranteed hit and guaranteed dodge or something. So enemy evasion canceling, that kind of gives me the idea that we probably will see some fights in the new, like, stages for the Supreme Battle Spectacle where they're going to be able to cancel our dodge. And basically we need this to protect us from that sort of effect. So that's going to be interesting. I kind of like that, I'm not going to lie. And on top of that, you know, attack plus 15% for allies in Realm of Gods. That's not going to be too crazy. Of course, a lot of the characters that you would probably use during the tournament of power, that sort of category and stuff, they kind of fall into Realm of Gods as well, right? Like the Super Saiyan Blue will evolve Vegeta, Evo Ken, so that should be perfectly fine there. So Link's, you know, prepare for battle over in the Flash. Godly Power, Kamehameha. So yeah, I do really kind of like that. Categories though, Universe Survival Saga. This is a lot of categories. Realm of Gods, Entrusted Will, Reps in Universe 7, Accelerated Battle, Powerful Comeback. These 6 we already know because they're from the leader. Pure Sands, we love to see that. Goku's Family, we love to see it. Turtle School, we love to see it. Miraculous Awakening, Legendary Existence, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Superhero, which already is the #1 category essentially in the game. Now it's got another fantastic boost to the category. Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants, Transformation Boost, Kamehameha, and Battle of Fate. Oh my Gami Kai, this guy is on so many categories, and it's crazy because, you know, I did a top 10 category vid, but like when we talk about the categories that I felt were like the best in the game right now, Pure Sands was on that list, right? Superheroes is definitely on that list. Kamehameha is not on the list, but for me, I will say like it's probably like top 15. It's like kind of on the outside looking in, but you know, Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants, Transformation Boost. These are all categories that now just got another bit of a glow up from an insane unit already. And to be fair, we haven't even gotten to the MUI part, but, you know, I am loving this unit. All right, now we got Goku Ultra Instinct Mastered, of course. So 12 key, Perfected Ultra Instinct, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage, and disables enemy guards. So kind of standard stuff there. I'm okay with it, nothing too crazy. 18 key, Supreme Kamehameha, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, same thing as the 12 key, causes mega colossal damage, and all allies attack and defense plus 59% for 1 turn. I love it, I love it, I love it. Passive, Silver Sheened Ultra Instinct. Yo, these names, man, they're cooking with these passives right now. Attack and defense plus 300% at the start of turn. Already, crazy boost. Gain key plus 7 and attack plus 59% and evade all enemy attacks and all allies chance to evade enemy attacks plus 10% for 1 turn. Yo, so he has a guaranteed guard, and he is so goated that he's giving random units extra chance to dodge as well. That is actually crazy. That's how awesome his Ultra Instinct is he's giving other people a chance to dodge. That's insane. I don't think the 10% at the end of the day is going to make the biggest difference, but still, you know, when you think about it, especially because there's other units that don't have as big of a chance to dodge, that can make a difference, so I do kind of like that. Gain key plus 3 and chance to perform a critical hit and chance to evade enemy attacks plus 20% per attack performed. So a max of key plus up to a maximum of key plus 12 and a chance to perform a critical hit and a chance to dodge for 77%. So the way that seems to work then. So basically for every attack he does, he's getting key plus 3, right? So for 4 attacks, then he will max out his key, and then for 4 attacks, he will max out his dodge chance and his critical hit chance. So that's kind of interesting. I guess, is that the only part of dodge there? We'll have to see. Let me finish the passive here. Counter with tremendous power after evading an enemy's attack. So that's actually not even, is that not a super attack? Is that just a general attack? Because that's kind of crazy then. That means he can do a lot of counters. And basically that means he's like Super Vegito, because Super Vegito counters all these different normals and stuff. That means UI Goku can counter all those sorts of things, and he can also technically counter super attacks too if he dodges that. That's actually really, really crazy. Also, reduces damage received by 20%, and reduces damage received by an additional 40% until he receives an attack. So same kind of thing as we saw earlier, just a bit better, right? 20% damage reduction to start, plus additional to max out of 60% right there. After he receives an attack, guard activated against all attacks during the turn. So yeah, he's still that same guy. He's still one of them once. He is still him. Gain an additional attack plus 91% and a chance to perform a critical hit and evade enemies' attacks plus 20% if HP is 50% or low or below at the start of turn. So that's interesting. I mean, there's not too many situations for me where like I find myself below 50% HP. I feel like either I'm well above that sort of condition or I just die immediately, but still, I mean, the ability to have additional dodge chance, I will gladly take that. And of course, the additional attack on top of that. Excuse me. I think my voice just kind of lost itself there. Plus, also, he's able to perform an additional guaranteed super attack when key is 24. Yeah. I don't know, guys. You know, I'll probably make a second vid talking about Beast Gohan, UI Goku here, and like the implications of his existence and like the back and forth and stuff. But I'm gonna say right now, I think this UI Goku might be the second best or the first like best unit in the game. There's the arguments there. There's the conversation to be had. Now already what I can see right now is that, you know, between the 5th turn from start of appearance and stuff like that, UI Goku is probably someone built for a bit of a longer kind of fight. Not necessarily like eternally long, like for example the Red Zone movie boss rush. But compared to Beast Gohan kind of gets going right away. Beast Gohan is built for like 2-3 phase kind of fights. I feel like Goku can work in those sorts of situations, but at the same time, he's built for maybe like 4 or 5 phase fights. Like for example, the Red Zone or the Blue Zone Gogeta fight, right? That's 5 phases. So I think there's a bit of a, I don't know if the right word is dichotomy, but I think there's a bit of a difference between the two in terms of what they're meant for. But at the same time, both of them are so crazy good at what they seem to be able to do that I have to kind of wonder, is UI Goku better than Beast Gohan individually speaking and stuff like that. But okay, so we got UI Goku out the way. We do have Minato to thank for the translations now for LR Android 17, Team Universe 7, with their kind of easy, of course. But we see here, so leader skill, I don't know, they didn't show it. We love that from Minato, but yeah, so we're not too worried about the leader skill. I mean, that's not going to be the end of the world. 12 key, though. Massively raise attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and raises allies' attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. So that's really great. 18 key SA super attack, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, raises allies' attack and defense by 30%, and causes a chance, raises allies' attack and defense by 30%, and the chance of performing a crit increases by 7% for 2 turns. I can't read right now. I'm just like my brain is melting right now from hype. But yeah, oh my god, this unit is going to be fun. Passive skill, attack and defense 177%, okay, not too shabby. Key +1 up to a maximum of 5, and a chance to perform a crit and reduce damage received by increased by 7% up to a total of 35% per Universe 7 representative category ally on the team. So full Universe 7 category team there, and you get 35% damage reduction. That's going to be nice there on top of the defense there. Plus an additional attack and defense 77%, and a chance to perform a critical hit and reduce damage received increases by 17% when there are 5 or more Universe 7 allies on the team. So, I mean, yeah, that just kind of motivates you more to have a full team of Universe 7 allies when you take this particular unit. So, yeah, I mean, what does that make him? So, 17% right there, plus the 35. I mean, can I do quick math? Like, that's 52% to his damage reduction, which is going to be really, really nice. Randomly changes the type of key sphere into excluded 2 rainbow key spheres when HP is 77% or below at the start of turn once only. Okay, nice. Plus an additional attack and defense 77% when key is 17 or more. This guy, the 17s in this is just funny to me. It's just so hilarious. Plus an additional attack and defense 77% as well, and performs an additional guaranteed super when key is 22 or more. Plus an additional key +3 per rainbow key sphere obtained. Chance of performing a crit plus 7%, and all allies other than this character key +1 and attack and defense 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So this unit, I think, is going to be kind of crazy. The stats are going to look really beautiful. That's the thing, right? So, you know, if we look at what his stat potential is, right, ignoring the damage reduction that we talked about, let's just round up, right? 180% right there, plus 80% right here, plus another 80% down here. So that's, I mean, well, let's count the 80%, I guess. So 180% right there, 2 for this one with the 17 key, 3 with the 22 key or more. So that's 3 right there. Plus, you know, he's able to just kind of boost his own kind of stats there. So 3 right there, that's basically 240% on top of 180%. So, I mean, so that's like, what, 420%, I think? That's really, 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 really crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I really do like this unit. I'm curious to see what he can do. The only thing I don't like about this unit is the categories, right? He fits in Universe Survival Saga, Universe 7 units, Joint Forces, and Tournament Participants. That's it. There's not a lot of versatility, but that's kind of understandable, to be fair, because this is a unit that includes Goku, so you got and Vegeta, so you got pure Saiyans there, mixed with a hybrid Saiyan in Gohan, mixed with a unit or a character like Golden Frieza, mixed with an android like 17. There's not really a lot of opportunity for them to kind of throw in categories because all these units kind of interfere with each other there. So the categories does kind of hurt, but yeah, I mean, they're going to be crazy. And, you know, it says right there, someone mentioning, shout out to AZQ there, Evoken is their best friend. Evoken, they want rainbow key spheres, so this is going to be crazy. All right, let's go ahead and now look at the banner. So this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before we just kind of end the vid here. But so we see here, this is the Tanabata banner from the 8th year. This is the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Tanabata banner. And we saw here, obviously, it does have the new banner unit. It also has his Dokkan Festival side banner unit as well. So, I mean, we're probably going to see in this case UI Goku, of course, and the Dispo. And then you have other kind of featured LRs, but also worth mentioning. you do see here we got the Tanabata Goku, or the Tanabata Vegeta and Trunks in the 7th year, and the Tanabata Gogeta from the 6th year. So I expect that trend to kind of stay consistent here. We'll probably see, of course, the 8th year, 7th year, and 6th year Tanabata units during the banner. We don't know the banner details, so I'll probably put out like a community post when we do see that, but that's kind of like my main expectation for this. And then we're probably seeing some other kind of random featured SSRs as well. But you know, for me personally, guys, I will say, you know, for the JP side of things, definitely someone for this banner. This character is going to be crazy. It's definitely worth it. I'm going to go bonkers on this whole thing. For anniversary, for the global side of things, right? For the anniversary, I will say you guys probably should go ahead and just go into the anniversary like you normally were going. I would definitely say, you know, try to go after the discounted summons and so those sorts of things. And then, you know, try to save as many stones as you can, of course, for future kind of celebrations, but try to go for the discounted summons and also for the 77 ticket multi. And just bear in mind, you know, the fact is that Beast Gohan definitely leads the category. So as far as the leader of the best category is concerned, you want Beast Gohan. But also at the same time, Tanabata Goku's right here, and he's so crazy. So you really kind of have to think about this, but don't just look at this Goku and think, okay, I'm going to skip the anniversary. That's definitely something I don't want you guys to do. You really want to take advantage of those units as well. So definitely go after that, but also, man, I mean, Tanabata is going to be a great time for you guys. I think Tanabata for Global happens at the end of the year. So, yeah, that's going to be an awesome thing. But anyways, you know, that's going to do it for the vid, guys. If you guys liked it, of course, hit the like button down below. Subscribe so you can see more vids like this in the future. Comment down below again, how hype are you guys for this UI Goku? Do you like him? Do you love him? Do you hate him? Do you think he's mid? Let me know in the comments down below. And definitely feel free to check out some of the other videos I have on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.